Iowa lawmakers failed to pass private school vouchers before the end of the session, but they passed a different bill that leaves Republican leadership feeling like they're delivering the next best thing. Students in public schools in Iowa were not allowed to enroll into a different school after a March 1st open enrollment deadline.
That is until lawmakers pushed a bill through in the final hours of the session. WHO 13 Zach Fisher was there late last night. He joins us now. Zach, the bill strikes down the enrollment cutoff date.
Yeah, it does, guys. Once Governor Reynolds signs that bill into law, students, they'll be able to transfer to different school districts at any time of the year as long as the school district accepts their request. Republicans say they wanted parents to have the chance to make decisions for their children.
We think that parents need to have that opportunity, that if they want to send their child to another educational institution, that they should have that.
Late Tuesday night, Iowa lawmakers attached an amendment to the standings budget that would remove the March 1st open enrollment deadline. Republicans are considering it a consolation prize for not getting private school vouchers through the State House.
So obviously with the other school choice pieces not passing this year, we thought that was a logical step to continue to allow parents to have as much choice as possible while staying within the public school system.
Democrats widely oppose the new amendment, raising concerns about the purpose the deadline serves.
There's a reason we have a deadline for open enrollment, and that is so that schools can plan and schools can get their budgets in. The fact that they're throwing out that deadline and allowing people to transfer any time for any reason seems to me a reaction to some political things that are happening around the state and not something that's in the best interest of kids.
Schools have to report their final budgets by the middle of March, which includes hiring staff and the appropriate amount of teachers for the upcoming school year. But even with the bill passing, some people who oppose this type of legislation say that it may not have the impact that Governor Reynolds and the Republicans think it will.
I will say that we're very frustrated that we continue to see an erosion of local control and local decision making. But on the flip side, I'm not sure this is going to have the dramatic effect that legislators and the governor think that it will with respect to school choice.
Just to add on to what Emily Piper said there, she believes there was not a whole lot of students transferring or attempting to transfer after or before that March 1st deadline. But regardless, she says that smaller school districts will be hurting the most from this legislation if parents and students take advantage of the new law. Janae.
Okay.